Hey YouTube, Spider004 here. First off, sorry about the lack of videos recently. I've been kind of busy in real life, and as far as Gmod goes, I've been doing a lot of research and development stuff, mainly in ships. Real boring stuff that I really didn't feel like taking the time to put on here. So what is this? Well, I call it the Cub because I designed it after a plane called the Piper Cub. It's a bush plane renowned for its short takeoff and landing distances. It's a real good low-speed flyer, but the farther I got in designing this, the farther away it got from the Cub. Like a Cub has one engine, this has two. The wings aren't nearly as big, and the back is wrong. A lot of stuff. I added a lot of my own design. I try not to copy anything directly anymore. I try to like base something off of something and then put in, I guess you could call it my own artistic flair. Anyway, more about this plane. Around, I think it was like 18 months ago, maybe 2 years, I made my last fin plane with engines. And it was the P-38. Had landing gear and suspension and adjustable propellers. I think that went like 40 miles per hour. And my goal was just to throw together a fin plane with everything that I've learned over the, 18 months, 2 years. And make something that flew a lot better and flew faster. My building techniques have really improved. Like back then, I didn't really know anything about parenting. I knew about central prop design, but I didn't do it to the extent that I should have. And I didn't really know as much about engines as I do now. In fact, I didn't really know as much as I did about anything as I do now, and I didn't use precision alignment back then either. This was supposed to be a real simple plane. Like I said, no landing gear or suspension, no adjustable propellers. It's just two engines and control surfaces and a main prop. Now the engines are Boxer 6s. You can see here, pistons are in there. And I designed these two engines together, like I built them together. They both rotate inwards, but I didn't just build one engine and then dupe it where the other one goes and set a negative throttle. That's what I did for the P-38. For this, I actually built both engines at the same time and constrained them at the same time. Now this plane has flaps, and it also has a rudder, two things that I've never had on my my other planes. I've had vertical stabilizers on my other planes, but never a movable rudder. So, yeah. Anyway, enough talking, more about the flying. I have my flap display right here. Like I said, simple display. I just wanted it to be simple. Flaps range from 25% to 100%. 100% is more of an air brake. It doesn't provide any lift. Trim, I got my trim to 0 to 100. I got my throttle. I'm going to taxi out now. And I can do that with my rudder. I can use my rudder to steer on the ground. Now keep an eye on the engine RPMs. On the P-38, because I didn't build the engines together, one engine was always less RPM than the other because it didn't perform as well. But on this, you can see they're nearly identical. When I go into a turn, one engine will be higher than the other one because of less resistance on it. But yeah. Alright. You can see that acts like an air brake. Now I'm going to take off. I got 25% flaps, 50% throttle. You can see already that I'm at 50 miles per hour, which is faster than what my previous plane did, so that's pretty good. And the engine RPMs are pretty much the same. Now if I get up around 80 miles per hour, the engines will start to spaz a little bit, and that's because propellers really don't like going over like 450 miles per hour, or 450 RPMs. And you can see they're up near 600. and when you get to 600, they start to spaz. Like, the props are already spazzing, but they're still providing thrust. But any more than like 580, and they start to turn around while they're turning. I can demonstrate this here. You can hear the engines going all wonky. Now the engines provide a massive amount of thrust compared to what I've been able to get out of engines before. And you can see that by the speed, but also the climb rate. I'm going to try and do a loop here. I'm pretty sure it can fly upside down. Yeah, flying upside down. A lot of planes in Gmod have a really high amount of lift on their wings, so they can't actually fly upside down. They'll just fall towards the ground. But most of the lift on this is provided simply by the propellers. I think the wings are 25% and they weigh 100, and the base prop weighs, I think it's 400. It's not very capable of doing barrel rolls simply because of how large the wings are. My control scheme is W and S are the pitch, A and D are the roll, left click and right click are the rudder, and then Shift and Alt are trim, and my scroll is my throttle. I've always found this control scheme to be like really intuitive. The fact is, it's the only way I see of setting up a control scheme. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and land now. Set my flaps to, I'm going to set them to 75% when I slow down enough. Actually, I want to head over to the other side of the runway. That way I can taxi into my parking spot. Look cool. Now you can see that the propeller cap does have quite a bit of wobble. If I kept the RPMs at around 400, like the wobble's less now that the RPMs are less, it would be fine, but since I don't have adjustable propellers, I really can't do that. Oop. And a soft touchdown. Still wants to take off. Now I can just use my rudder to steer me into my spot. When my flaps are at 100%, they act like an air brake. So I'm basically parked. Anyway, that's all I really have to share about this. Tell me what you think about it. I'll probably put a link to the P-38 in the video for a sort of comparison. I plan to do another plane because I've learned a lot by doing this, and I think I could do a single engine plane. I'm not sure, but I think I could. There should be more videos coming along in the short future as well, so stay tuned for those. Thanks for sticking with it. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.